Hey girl, show up. And usually we will do these on Sundays because I usually like to do them right before the family call because that's literally how I start out every single week. So first things first, if you, those are two calls that I always tune into every single, I've done it for 7 years. Like, isn't that crazy? I've been in this for 7 years. Like if you just started and you have questions about like, does this last? Like, can this be a career? I'm just here to tell you it can. And I asked all those questions to begin with too. I really seriously think I was like all the way up to double diamond. I'm like, wow, this is good while it lasts. This is good. And then it just continues. Like if you feed it, like it will just continue to grow. It's so incredible. So anyways, if I see some new faces on here. So I just want to introduce myself. I'm Sarah O'Connell. I'm probably somewhere up in your upline at some place. I don't even know. But either way, I'm super excited to have you on. I love seeing new faces. You may have joined this business by yourself. We say this all the time, but you are not by yourself ever, ever, ever. And the faster you can like break out of your little shell of feeling like, oh, maybe I shouldn't ask that question. Is that a dumb question? Like all those things, like you will just be like breaking through goals like nobody's business. So this is just kind of a little get together. We always do it usually within the first week of the month, depending on what day ends, month end ends, and that type of thing. We try to do it right off the bat. So like I said, we can get all questions answered. Again, this is for you guys. This is not for me. This is us being able to share anything that we can to help each other to proceed forward. So first of all, first thing I want to ask you guys, to go anywhere, you have to know where you're going, right? And so that is one of the first things that I always tell everybody every single month. Like if you're wishy-washy about your goals or you're like, oh, it's just my goal to, sometimes people just don't even know what they're working for. If you feel like that, you're not going to really do much. And that's the God honest truth. So I tell everybody, I'm like, you have got to have your eye on something. You want to look at that rate, at that little monthly average chart that we have going on. I can even post it in the new chat. We're going to actually make a new chat for April. That's something we're going to talk about on here today. So we're going to kind of swipe through that. I will move over some resources that I think are really incredible, but it's going to be all new info on the chat, okay? So here's the thing. You have to know where you're going. You have to know what you're working for because that is what is going to get you to show up every single day. So first of all, in the chat, I want you guys to go put in there what you are going for this month and what it would mean to you if you hit it, because that's what I like. Yes, maps. We're going to talk about maps. We're talking about steps to success. Oh my God, I love it. There's going to be so many diamonds this month. Like it makes me so excited. So excited. Hitting emerald. Emerald is, gosh dang it. That is such a good one. You know what I'll tell you guys. Ruby to emerald. So this is just this can be different for everybody, but Ruby to Emerald is one of those ones that's like a little bit of where you feel like a bigger jump and I feel like people get really psyched out in a weird way between Ruby and Emerald. But what's really crazy is that Emerald to Diamond, once you know how to teach Ruby, it's like you're gone. Like you will go from Emerald to Diamond so fast. That's what's so crazy. And then you're starting and you're getting that 4 figures a month. Okay, so we have emeralds, we have diamonds. Oh my gosh, I love it. Double diamond, which means there's rank up bonuses that are being claimed. Jessica says, Ruby, girl, that was my ultimate freaking goal. $500 a month is what started everything for me. It was like game changer. You guys, if I was making $500 a month, I'd still be here on this Zoom with you 7 years later. Like I am not even kidding. So I don't downplay anything. Jamie's claiming her first promotion. I love that. Melissa's claiming diamond. You guys, can you see this? This is crazy. A lot of you are working full-time moms, single moms. You're at home chasing babies. Let me see. I want to feel Ruby in game. Yes, Rachel. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. You guys, Erica says diamond. That's a 10K bonus. Like, heck yes. Okay, so this is what's super awesome about all these things. So, of course, like we write these goals out, right? And they scare the crap out of us. And we're like, what are we going to do to get there, right? You guys, honestly, half the time you don't even know. Like, if somebody would have said, how did you get to double diamond? You know what I would have said to them, you guys? I would have talked about what I did daily. It wouldn't have been like, oh, I knew I was going to, like, it would have been like, this is literally what I did daily. And anything that I was doing, I shared out loud. Okay, so I really want you to hear me about saying that. So even if I didn't have a team, I was sharing that I was welcoming loyal customers. I was screenshotting that. I was sharing what those loyal customers were buying and saying, who else has similar goals and who else would like 40% off of that, right? I did all of that. I shared out loud. I shared every time I welcomed a team member. I shared maybe if they told me a little bit about what they were going for, I knew a little bit about their background. I would share a little bit about that, because if I'm welcoming Melissa, right? She's a single mom of 2 just adorable freaking babies and is a working full-time mom, right? So that could relate to somebody else that's out there that's totally taking them out of the game for even trying because they think they don't have time. So I shared out loud. I still to this day share everything out loud. I share my why. I share where I'm going. I share what $50 in Wrap Cash does for me. I share what $75 in Keto Cash does for me. I share everything. Okay. So when you're thinking like, I don't know what to post, you guys, I didn't either. You know, and honestly, I didn't even have a freaking Instagram, which Instagram world's like, that's where I build now. That's what's really funny. That's where I build full time, is on Instagram. But I didn't even have that. I posted like one time on Facebook, like a month. No joke. So when we talk about starting at bare minimum, like that was me, you guys. So if you feel like that, it's okay. But you know what's funny is people are going to see that you're starting to show up. People are going to see that you're excited about something. People are going to see that you have something that actually offers solutions. So whether it's our products, whether it's our business, whatever it is, you've got something that I can tell you after doing this for 7 years, people want, but you have got to share it. Okay. So we're going to talk about that. So you guys have your eye on your goal. The next thing that I want you to do after we get off this Zoom is I want you to go write that on a mirror. I want you to go write it on sticky notes. I want it in your car. I want it on your mirror. I want it on the back of your phone. I want it everywhere, because the more you say it, the more Rachel's like, I'm going Ruby this month. Like I'm going to make an extra, whatever it is, $500 a month for my family. Guess what? Give that $500 a month of value. Do you know what that meant for me? That was a shift that I could be like, hey, if we weren't super busy at the hospital, that I could be like, I'm raising my hand, I'm going home. So that the next day, I don't need to sleep. I can just be with my family. And that's what was so awesome about this, is that give every single thing a value. As soon as I went Emerald, do you know what that meant? That meant 2 shifts. I was like, dang, maybe I can be part-time. And I say every time I said, different times in your life call for a different you. You guys, I didn't do this because I didn't love what I was doing. Like, I didn't do this because we couldn't pay our bills. I did this because if we wanted the extra, I had to go work extra away from my family. And I was done doing that. After I would turn to be a mom, I was like, you know what? I don't want to spend more time. I can be full time, but I don't want to spend more time than that away, even for the extras. But I still wanted those extras. So I was like, hey, how am I going to fill the gaps, right? And so this is what I did. I'm like, yeah, I want to work from home. Like if I can make money while I'm feeding my baby or share something, like I'm going to do that. Like it just seemed like a no-brainer. So here's the thing that you have to first start off with. You guys, you are going to hear me repeat the same things, and it's going to start making sense. You're either going to keep rolling your eyes and be like, God, Sarah, stop saying the same thing. Or you're going to be like, no, like there's no magic sauce. She consistently does this every single month, every day. Okay. So you're going to see like everybody thinks there's like this perfect person that comes in with this huge network and, has all this stuff. It's like, no one really does that. That's the crazy thing. But we do know why we're doing what we're doing, and we know what we want, and we envision what that would feel like if we got it. And that's what drives us every day. Okay. So I want you to think to yourself, do not overcomplicate. Do not overthink, and stop going for perfection. Like I'm hopping on a Zoom from like yesterday's makeup, hair. I can't even tell you when it's been washed. I was literally outside talking to my neighbor looking like this, threw a hat on, like it's okay, right? I'm literally putting notes down for you guys as my kids are outside. Is that like probably the perfect picture? No, but I shared that on my stories because that's what being a work at home mom looks like. Right? It's showing up on Sunday while the kids are still out playing. Like, that's great. I'm just watching them. I'm getting my stuff done, all that kind of stuff. So here's the first thing you have to do. And I have this because I'm super old school. Okay. And if you want this file because you liked this better, I think they took this out of eSuite, but I can upload it in our new April chat that we are going to make freaking rain this month. And so here's the deal. But this is what I would tell you. And I was going to print out the April game plan. Oh, sorry, I don't know if he's not muted. I'm so sorry. I'm like so ADD otherwise. Hold on one hot second. Okay, I got it. So anyways, this is the other thing. In eSuite, when you when you log in, right, you have your ID, you're logging in with your password. That first screen we call our dashboard. There's an April game plan. There's a game plan every single month, and it's Cami who does it, right? I go and I literally just turn that on, you guys, first of the month, and I listen to what she has to say. I'm usually caught up on like things that are going on for the month, where they want to go and are headed for the month, you know, just kind of like that easy like transition from month end that's just like madness, like good madness, but then into this new month, and we're like, okay, focused, right? We have new goals, we have things maybe where we fell short, like let's put the bows on those right away. And so there's the April game plan that's in there. I like the game plans, especially if you are newer, because that first page, there's a ton of tips. So when we talk about our 6 list, first of all, in the chat, I want you to say if you are mainly building on social media, like raise your hand, or just even say, you can say social media, tell me how you're building, parties, events. Like I want to see in the chat how most of you are planning and are working your business right now. Social media, I feel like that's where a lot will be, because there's a lot of freedom there. And I just want to know this because I've done it all. So in the beginning, my main wasn't social media. That's the funny thing. And so I did do a lot of belly to belly, but you guys, I'm out of my warm network, and I've been there, and you will be there. You're going to work out of your warm network, and those are people you know. You're going to meet new people. And so I really want to know word of mouth, belly to belly, social media, like Lisa says a lot of the things too. And so, okay, good. So keep putting it in there, because I want to deliver you the best info that is most helpful to you. I don't know how to start or where to start. You're going to learn today, sister. So welcome. I'm glad you're here, Erica. And I was just, I don't know if you just popped on, but I was just talking about how this is a very simple business. You're going to learn new things, which learning new things is never easy, right? You kind of are like, like, I don't know where to go, but you just got to like jump in, start. And so we were just talking about how not to overcomplicate, and literally we're going to go through. So I print off, I would go tell you, Erica, right off the bat. And you guys, this is good for you to hear too, because if you have a brand new distributor, and we're going to talk about that, how some people kind of are scared to step into step 3 of our steps to success because they don't feel like they know everything. You don't have to. You do not have to, you guys. Like if you can read, if you can be coachable, if you can follow instructions, like you will be golden. Like you can do this business all the way up to ambassador. That's what's awesome. So, okay. So here's the thing. You want to go print off your April game plan, like I said, or you can print off your steps to success. If one of you wants this, you go ahead and send me a private message, and I will upload this section to the thing. I do this because I'm old school. This is what we used to, this is what we have. The steps have not changed. However, I use this to also keep myself organized. So when it comes to follow-ups, when it comes to when I'm following up with my loyal customers from last month, like I have them all written down on here. And so I'm a paper and pen kind of gal. Okay, you guys will know that. Yep. I am not an Excel spreadsheet people. Like you guys, I have to like write things down and see it in front of my face. So that's the first thing. So steps to success, you guys, that should be our goal every single month. Okay, every single month, our goal is to you run your auto ship. We'll talk about auto ship for a second. And then you want to welcome 4 customers. Those are people using products at our discount, right? And so I always say 4 customers, you guys, if you broke it down, that is welcoming 1 customer a week. 1 customer a week, okay? Like that is doable, right? When you really break it down, many of you are signing more than 4 loyal customers in a day. Or you might not sign anybody for 7 days, but you've been so consistent that all of a sudden on that 8th day, you sign 4 people. Like that's the thing. You cannot just do and wait for a result to come that day to determine what you're going to do the next day. That's what's crazy about this business, okay? And it's the same thing for step 3 when we're welcoming those new teammates, okay? So our goal every single month is to run your auto ship, and I will tell you what I do with my auto ship and kind of about that. And then we welcome 4 loyal customers, which is 1 customer a week, okay? And then we want to welcome 3 new teammates. So people who are looking to supplement their income from being able to work from their phone, from social media, from home, the hours that they want, all the things that being able to do this on the go brings, okay? And so I always say, again, broken down, that is 1 new teammate every 10 days. You might not sign anybody for 20 days, but then all of a sudden you sign 2 people in one day, and then 5 days later you sign your next one. But it doesn't matter. That is our goal. And this is what I'm going to tell you about the steps to success. This is what I followed. In the beginning, I was like, I don't know what the heck is this or that, but I trusted the process, and I'm like, they're telling me this for some reason. So I did this. I committed to this, and you guys, you know what? I committed to doing this myself, and then I taught this. And that got me to double diamond in 4 months. I have never veered from this. Every single month, this is my goal. Once, and I was working full-time, night shift, working odd hours as a nurse, and welcoming babies, getting married, we were moving, like life happens, right? And that's what this business is so amazing, is that life is going to happen, but it doesn't stop you unless you let it, okay? And so that's the incredible thing about being able to choose your hours, how you're working this business, being able to do it in so many different ways, okay? So here's the thing. And then when I went full-time, I decided, Sarah, you can do more than just 1 step to success, okay? So you know what? You might decide like, hey, maybe it is Lisa that's on here, and she's like, I'm blowing this thing out of the water this month. And she might choose to do 3 sets of steps to success. It doesn't matter, but just claim where you're going so you know what you're working for. If you're wishy-washy about what you're doing, you're just going to be like very slowly pedaling, right? And that's where people like psych themselves out. That's where self-doubt comes in. You guys, let's not do that. Like, let's just full on take action, gain some confidence, grow together, and be excited about all the possibilities that are happening. So here's the thing. Anything less than this, it's going to be harder to gain momentum. Will you still grow? Yes. However, I just want you to have this in your mind, okay? Because if you commit to this, you will never lose a dime in this business. Like, you won't, because this right here is $100 weekly bonus, $100 weekly bonus, $100 weekly bonus. That's $300. Guess what? Even if you kept your auto ship for you, you've already made money from step 3. Not to mention, you're doing step 2, which is also a commission check that's coming in. Not to mention, you have your auto ship running. You can sell some samples. People are asking, do you have samples? Guess what, you guys, we get asked all the time. I have people, you guys are asking me, Sarah, this girl wants free. We don't give free, like we're a business. And so the thing is, I always tell people, I'm like, I can't give you something for free, but I'm like, it's just like at the grocery store. Like, you might not know that you like those chips, but you still have to buy them. Like, you can't just say, hey, can I open this bag of chips and like taste it before I buy it? And you know what, you guys, like when you tell people that, I usually send it in a voice memo. They're like, oh my God, I didn't even think of that. And it's funny. So it's like, it's kind of unrealistic for people to say stuff like that. But those are the people that I go back, and once I have some products on hand, or I will change my auto ship to what a lot of people are asking for, right? So if I do a collagen post and everybody's like, I want to try samples first, I'm like, hot dang, I'm putting some collagen on my thing, and I'm going to go back through these 10 comments, and these people, I'm going to sell that collagen at retail, give them the samples they're asking for, and then I'm going to come back because they're going to love it, and I'm going to complete steps 2 and sign them up as a customer and be like, hey, do you want more than 5 days? Would you like to see what 30 days would get you? And here are some results. You guys know I'm huge about putting before and afters in conversations. Use them all the time. You feel like you're not sealing the deal. If you're not using before and afters to show what our products do, start there. Like, start there. You're going to have to say less and less every single time, okay? So that's what I will do. And then I go through and I talk to them and I say, like, would you like to see your own results and what it would look like for 30 days of you using this? And then you can get the 40% off. If so, let's set you up as a customer. This is what the perks are. That's what I say. Okay, so that kind of puts all the steps in together. If you guys are completing your steps to success and you're teaching others to complete it as well, you guys are going to be growing faster than you can even understand. So I want you to know that these numbers, this 4 customers, this 3 distributors, it takes in people that aren't going to meet you halfway. It takes in the people that are going to quit before they start. We all have them. Stop taking it personally. It has nothing to do with you. Honestly, it has nothing to do with you. The best thing that I can tell you as somebody who's been in this business that has had all of the above is that the best thing that I can do for anybody, even if they're going to quit on themselves, is to keep going, to say, hey, when you're ready to give yourself a chance, a true serious chance, I'm still here. And the same things are still working. So I'm going to be ready for you. And so that's the best thing I can tell you. Do not take that stuff personally. Okay. I will remind people of their why, but after that, like I can't make somebody do something. I can't make their goal mean, it can't mean more to me than it means to them. Does that make sense? So I just want you guys to know that will happen, but these numbers that they have laid out for you, it takes that into consideration. Okay. So just know that. And you guys, if you guys are awesome, you're answering questions in there. If there's like a thing, unmute yourselves and then you can ask. Okay. So that's the thing. If you are completing it, you're teaching it, you're going to be earning weekly bonuses. You're going to be building your commission check. You can watch your volume literally double, triple, but it doesn't veer from this. Okay. So like when I seriously tell you not to overcomplicate it, if you can't remember this, print it out. Like you guys know I have maps galore. I have visuals in front of me. If I didn't, I wouldn't know how to help you correctly. And I wouldn't even know where I'm going. And I've done this for 7 years. So if you've been in less than 7 years, you need to be doing the same thing. Okay. So this is the other thing. So the first thing that we want to do when we first start out a month, we print our stuff off. We know what we're going for. You guys already wrote them in there. That should be at the top of this. It's going to go on your mirror after today. I'm going to see your cute selfie with that. You can even do a post about that and what it would mean to your family. That is such an easy post. I just did a post similar to that on my Instagram. If you want to go take a look at it of why I did this. And you know what? It's hitting home to everybody because guess what it includes? Time. It includes family. It includes memories. It includes adventure. I didn't talk anything about being an ambassador diamond. I didn't talk anything about money. Nothing. None of it. So if you think like, oh, she has this insane story. People don't even know. They join me. They don't even know I'm an ambassador diamond. They'll all of a sudden afterwards, they're like, you didn't even tell me. I'm like, it didn't matter. Like, who cares? I told you why I started. Like, and that's where you're at. You're at your starting point. We'll get to that. When you're going ambassador, we're going to talk about what it was like to go ambassador, right? And so I just want you guys to know those things. So the first things that we do, we print those out. Next things is to fill the gaps. Look what worked well last month. There were some of you that like literally all of a sudden in the last week, like hightailed it and did what some people do in a month. Like I see you girls on here. Danny's on here. She was one of them. I don't know if Letty's on here. Freaking mind blowing, sisters. Like I love that you guys share that. I want you to share that. We love to get excited for you guys. Shout out every little win. So first things you want to do is fill the gaps. If you know that maybe you fell short of step 3, and you're like, gosh, dang it, like I'm going for a promotion and I need some people on my team, your posts and what you're sharing should all be geared towards the business. Like everything you're doing, conversations, everything. I also want to tell you guys, I'm talking about how we get distributors. Who needs help with that? Like who struggles with what to say, what they need to be posting? Like, let's just be real. Like this is for you guys, right? So here's the thing. That's one of my things I have on here, and now I'm jumping through my notes, just so you know, but we will hit them all. So here's the thing. This is what I do to get distributors, okay? So first of all, you have got to be posting about the business. If you are not posting why you started, where you're headed, what you love about it, inviting people to do it with you, saying what to do, so a call to action per se in your wording or in your stories or something to know how to get more information, you're not going to get people, okay? Like you have got to lead them in because they have no idea that they can do this. Guess who else I follow up with? Erica's one of them. I'm trying to see who else is on here. No, Pam just jumped in. I'm trying to see my peeps. Okay, so Erica's one of these. Erica, I went back. She had commented and voted on multiple stories of mine. We finally figured out Erica followed me for 2 years, just so you guys know. 2 years before she let me befriend her and let her know a little bit about who I am. So anyways, but she literally, and I could tell she felt guilty. Like she felt guilty to spend money on something she'd been asking about now. Like when I rolled back through that, I could see she kept commenting on it. And I was finally like, Erica, if you feel guilty spending money on yourself that is something for your health, like you have got to join me. That is literally what I told her. And I said, because if you join me, not only can you make extra money, right? But you can actually earn free product. There's your shopping's free. You can earn some discounted product, like 75% off the coffee that you keep asking about, or the wraps that you keep asking about, or whatever it is, right? There's your product rewards. And you don't even have to feel guilty. Plus, you're already getting 40% off anyways. So if you would like to use the products to be healthy, confident, feel energized, but you would also like to make some extra money, you should join me. That is literally what I say. That is somebody that I couldn't even get to sign up as a loyal customer. I do that all the time to get distributors. Okay. And so they're like thinking, I'm like, if somebody cannot spend $100 on themselves to make healthier choices, you should instantly think business. Like, she needs extra money. Why not offer it? That is not for you to decide. Okay, so this is the other thing. You have got to ask people. You have got to be messaging people. The other thing is you have to be interacting with people. If you are using social media, which is literally what I see so many of you saying, because social media is amazing. It is amazing. You do have to learn it because it's not just posting. But the thing is once you learn it, like, the sky's the limit. I mean, it is constantly growing, okay? You are never going to run out of people. So if you have that fear that you're like, I'm going to run out of people, you won't. Like, you literally will not ever run out of people. Okay, and so here's the thing, but you have got to ask. You have got to stick your neck out. You can't think like, oh, everybody's going to come to me. Like, you're awesome and all, but people don't know that because you're not putting yourself out there enough. So the thing is you've got to invite people into your journey. Invite people to be a part of your Ruby to also go for that $500 a month. Invite people to have their product paid for because you're going executive this month, and ask them, would you like to earn weekly paydays? Would that help you out? You guys, that helps anybody out. I don't care how much money you're making. I still get so dang excited when I get $300 posted to my account on a Friday. I'm like, boom, weekend stuff. That's a Target run. That's a grocery store run. Like, I love that stuff. And I talk about those things. Okay. So those are the things that mean a lot to people. So you have got to be interacting. How do I interact? When I'm going through stories, I don't even go to people's posts. And this is why I do stories. I very rarely on Instagram visit people's profiles. Why? Because I don't have a lot of time to do that. That's the God honest truth. Okay. So, and when I'm on social media, I'm working because that's my business. So I'm not there just to scroll unless I'm doing it like once Kevin's asleep, babies are asleep, I can't sleep. That's the story of my life. Then I'll be like, okay, Sarah, go shop or go look at some of these bloggers that you like, or go see your friends and look at their cute kids, and I'll do some of that. But the truth is I'm trying to use my time as wisely as I can. So when I'm interacting, you guys, I'm commenting on people's stories, which puts me in their inbox. Okay. I will take 20 minutes or 15 minutes out of my day, and I will go through my feed and I will legit comment, not heart, not like it. You have got to comment. You've got to do like, and it has to be 4 or 5 words. It cannot just be like one word, cute. Like, nope, no one's going to come to your page because you wrote cute. But if I'm like, oh my gosh, I love her outfit, where did you get it? Or if I say to her, oh my gosh, like, what do you use to curl your hair? Guess what? She's going to come visit my profile. Okay. She's going to come see what I'm about. And hopefully she likes what she sees, or maybe she goes and watches my stories. So you guys have got to comment on those things. Okay. And then I'll even go to my little search tab on my Instagram, and I will go pick people that I'm not even friends with, and I'll comment on theirs, because what happens is that other people see that and they'll come to your profile and your network will continue to grow. Okay, so you have to be interacting. You have got to ask people, and you have got to be sharing the business side of things. So many of you aren't, because, and it literally, if you were like, Sarah, I'm struggling, guess what I do, you guys? I go to your page and I'm like, I haven't seen you post about the business. Like, when's the last time you kind of got a little real and a little raw in a post and said why you're seriously doing what you're doing, why you're fighting, and why you're doing something on the side of working a full-time job? You know, you got to say those things. So like when somebody asks me, I go to their profile. Like, that's the first thing I'm going to, because I'm like, this is the face of your business. So you got to make sure you're doing that. Share your why, where you're going, and you have to invite people in, you guys. It is not your job to know whether they're going to say yes or no. It is not your job to decipher as a detective to be like, I don't think that she needs it because she makes a lot of money. Well, guess what? She may make a lot of money, but she has zero free time that she wants. She has somebody else running her kids to her practices. She's missing games. She might make incredible money, but she's missing out on the things that mean the most to her. Okay? And that is something that I have learned, and is like the biggest slap in my face, or like maybe realization that I was like, oh, you don't get to decide for people. You know, you don't get to say, oh, I think they look like they're short on income. You don't get to say any of those things. People join for friends. People join because they're a stay-at-home mom and they have the finances maybe. But you know what? They don't have their friends. They don't have a network. They don't have the adult conversation. So your job is to share. Okay, so that is how I get distributors. And then obviously I'm adding to my network every single day. If there's things that I have very non-negotiables, right? But let me tell you something. First on my list is growing my network. Second is showing up in my stories every single day. Third is showing up for you guys and chit-chatting with you guys. There's my top 3 things that I will never miss a day of, okay? So I just wanted to tell you guys that. So does that help with distributors? Was there any good questions on there? Hallie says I need motivated DTs. Okay, so here's the thing. If you want to have motivated people, first of all, you need to know their why. You have got to know their goal, and you can't just know their goal, but you have to know what it means to them. And then you have to literally help them, you guys, and you have to lead them to getting to that. Okay, so you have to say, I need you to trust me. You have to set expectations when people are joining you. I told Erica, like, you're going to be like, why am I doing this? I promise you, I will never tell you to do something if I think it's like, oh, maybe it will work, maybe it won't. Like, I will say, Erica, trust me and do this for a month straight. And then guess what? There's Erica growing away. Or she messages me, and I love Erica because she's so freaking humble that she'll be like, oh my God, every time you tell me to trust you on something, it's true. And I'm like, I promise you, I'm not here to waste your time. And so I set expectations. I say, I expect you to be asking. If you don't know what to post today, or if you don't have stories, I want you to ask me. And so, and I set those expectations up with people. You have got to do that, you guys. Like, you cannot just be like, just join my team. Like, once they're there, like, let's figure out why they're seriously doing it. And let's help them get there. You know what, you guys? It may feel like hand-holding for a little bit, but I'm going to tell you something. As soon as people gain the confidence to start doing it on their own, you now have, like, slowly these people trickling out that are going to be doing this. Guess what, you guys? To go ambassador, you need a third of those people to be doing this. A third, literally. The rest, they might be falling short of this. That's okay. We have walkers, we have runners, we have people who treat this business like a business, right? And this takes it all into consideration. I just want you to know that, okay? So here's the thing. To have motivated people, I usually am unlocking their why. I am seeing what every little win means to them. When they get $100 fast start bonus, I'm like, girl, what is that going to? I go blow it up. Like, I am huge on recognition, because the truth is every single one of us starts this thinking that we can't do it. But we want to do it, right? We're like, we want to do this, but we still have that self-doubt. And so when we can kind of creep past that, we can trust each other, we can be coachable, we can tweak things, and know that if somebody's trying to share something with you, it's because they want you to win. They don't want you to keep working hard and getting this close, but not getting the enrollments. Like, we want you to have that thing blowing up on your phone from the Connect app. Like, that is our goal for you. So if somebody's trying to help you, don't take it personally. Like, they're just trying to get you to get that win that gets you winning. Okay, so that's how, for when it comes to motivation, and you know what? This is the thing. Like, you can only do so much. What's going to motivate them is why they're doing what they're doing, what it is, and what it means to them when they achieve their goal. That is going to be motivating. If that is not motivating enough, they need a new why. It's not going to be something that Sarah says on a Zoom. It's not going to be something that Vanessa says on a Zoom, okay? So that is how I go about that. Loyal customers, how are we getting them? I want you guys, there's so many of you that have enrolled loyal customers this month. I want you to put them in the chat right now. And you guys can watch this chat for a hot second. You guys have been like hot little toddies with loyal customers. And I love it, because our products are freaking bomb. And that's one thing that I always tell people. I'm like, dang, if you can share, it's not about selling the product. Polls on Instagram stories, follow-ups. Let's see. So I love the polls because that's a call to action, right? So Letty's sharing, this is what this product, this is the product I love. This is what this product is doing. This is how you come get it. Okay. I do polls too. I love them. Follow-ups. Let's see. Where's, Melissa should be on here. I'm calling people out now because if you share your wins, I know. Who else did? Brandy. Brandy's been rolling like a boss. I don't know if she's on here. Got to host a post tonight. Okay, so many things. So there's so many things that you can be doing. Posting, you can share your own results. I know Brandy's been selling collagen like a crazy person. You guys have probably seen her results. Erica's results are insane. Collagen is crazy. Like it is mind-blowing to me, actually, the results people are getting. So again, sharing before and afters. If you feel weird about sharing before and afters, I want to ask you, would you feel weird about doubling your commission check? If your answer is no, then start sharing before and afters. Like literally. So before and afters are going to just like seal the deal. So those, you will always see before and afters usually in my stories of some sort, not to mention if I am sharing what I'm using and I want to share people's before and afters, you'll probably see them in the comments on my Facebook, or you might even see them like if you scroll on my Instagram as like a second or third photo that's in there so people can see those types of things. Again, I use them in my conversations all the time. So loyal customers, this is what I have down, how I'm getting them. Stories, I do polls all the time, sharing testimonies. I share customer testimonies. Gosh dang it, do I love those. Like you guys, if you are signing loyal customers, first of all, you should already be asking that person if they would host a post for you. Like that's already somebody that's excited about a product. Why would they host a post for you? And here's the thing, if you want to do a giveaway, like let's do a giveaway so that you have something to give away and post about tonight. So well, let's just do that now so I don't forget. We can give away, no, I don't want to give them a month's supply because I want them to sign up. So let's do a bag of keto coffee, a bag of greens on the go, and we're going to give them a cute Ray Dunn's mug and an electric frother. Okay? I'm going to give it. You guys can post about it and say, hey, this is literally what you're going to post. You're going to say, hey, if you've been wanting to try my fat burning skinny mocha for free, comment below. That's what you're going to say. Okay. And then you're going to message those people and say, hey, we're doing a drawing at the end of the month. And if you would be willing to post a post that I give you on your wall, you would get an entry into the drawing. And if anybody signs as a loyal customer, you can get an extra entry. So you guys will have to take it upon yourself so that you can track the people that are doing it and give me the names for those. But that's what we can give away this month. Okay, so host a post is an awesome one. Host a post also grows your network at the same time. And then sharing your own testimony. If you haven't been good about like taking before pictures before starting products, like start now. But that is like game changer. Going to seal the deal with so many people, whether it's like cleanse, collagen, keto coffee, whatever it is that you're using, Thermophyte X, we're finally catching up, right? That's all good. So, and then this is the one thing I really want to talk to you guys about. Getting away from the I'm poor, they're probably not going to be able to afford much, so we're only going to get them one product. Like we have got to throw that out the window. Okay. So this is the thing. I want us to be posting. I want us to be doing stories. I want us to be sharing. I want excitement to be out there. But the next thing is answer their question when they're asking for more information. And then I want you to follow it. What is your goal? What is it that you're looking to do? Is it better energy? Is it weight loss? What is it that you're looking to do? I kind of throw a few things out there and then I make sure to ask them, what is it that you're looking to do? Because that is a game changer of what you can offer. Okay, because here's the thing. Some of us are selling a half a month of keto coffee. Like, who only drinks coffee for half of a month? Like, nobody does that, right? We drink it every single morning. So here's the thing, you guys, but we're doing it because we're scared. We're like, we'll just take anything. Like, we don't know if we're going to be good at this, right? We're just scared. So we don't want to. And then we're worried, like, if we say anything else or we say, like, hey, follow this for April, May, June, like, you are going to be hitting your goal flying into summer. Like, could it be better timing? Like literally, it could not be better timing. So the thing is if you said, hey, these are the 3 products I would suggest, and this is why, like I'd say what the products do, would you be interested in doing that? Like, that's what I say. I don't ask about a budget. they're going to tell you, you know? And so that's the thing. So even coffee, I do not sell 1 bag of keto coffee. I say, hey, this is what keto coffee is. You get 15 individual servings for $39. Chocolate greens, you get a month supply for $33. And if you want to do it for the full month, which is what you want to do, right? That's what I'm suggesting to you because I'm helping you. Then you're just going to make sure to grab 2 bags of keto coffee. Let them do their own math. And then guess what? That's what my customers are getting. You guys, that's a 90 BV order versus a 30 BV order. Guess what? You're going to grow a lot freaking faster, and you're going to have somebody get way better results from 30 days of doing that instead of 15 days. Okay, so we have got to get away from that, and that was something I really wanted to talk to you guys about. You guys, there are so many of you that have changed your wording, and you are pulling in like those awesome orders, but you're also getting the awesome testimonies. That's the cool thing. It's not about them spending all their money with us. The thing is, you guys, is those people are going to spend their money on something else anyways. So why not them spend it on something that's helping them and bettering them? Okay, that was really hard for me in the beginning because I remember there were people that even that I worked at with the hospital that I'm like, I know they don't have a lot of money, but you know what, you guys, they're still spending it on fast food, or they're spending it on these sugary energy drinks that aren't getting them anywhere near their goals. But at least if they were spending it here, they couldn't spend it there, but this was going to better them. Like, that's how I finally had to figure that out. Okay. So I want to tell you guys that because the thing is, you're going to have happier customers because they're getting faster results. You're coming in confident, and you are going to be having customers turning into distributors. Okay. So we're going back to that step 3. But the thing is, if we're just saying just try keto coffee, but that person is normally drinking coffee that has cream and sugar and all that stuff, they're probably not going to be super fond of the taste. But if you had said, make sure you add the chocolate greens. Like, if that's how you have your coffee, you're going to want this for flavor. Plus, you're going to get all these benefits, and you're going to get the detox. Look at these pictures of people doing the combo together. This is what you're wanting. You guys, they're going to trust you. Okay. So I really wanted to talk about that. And there are some of you that are seriously like changing your wording has like changed your freaking game. Like, I'm telling you, would you rather work super hard for 10 customers at 30 BV and get 300 BV, or would you rather work hard for 10 loyal customers and they each have 100 BV, getting bomb results, doing their thing for an entire month, right? They have products for the entire month, and you're pulling in 1,000 BV? Like, you guys. So don't sell yourself short. So get out of that poor mindset. Know that poor people still, or low ink, whatever. I don't even know the right word, but I'm saying that because that's just kind of the words that they'll use when they're talking about it. But just know they still somehow spend a lot of money on things that do not even benefit them. Okay, so that's what I want you to know. So at least, guess what? If they're going to spend it anyways, let them spend it with us on awesome products that are actually going to change their lives. That's kind of where I'm at with that, okay? So I want to make sure that you don't sell yourself short and you're not selling them short. So then you have a customer that maybe can go with or without it, as where if you could have actually stepped up and been confident and weren't scared about, whether or not they could spend that money and they're going to get awesome results. I want you to get that. Okay, so I really wanted to talk about that. So, and in the chat, we can be sharing wording and all that kind of stuff of people that I've changed. I know Erica's done it. Brandy's done it. I'm trying to think of some other people that are on here that are just getting some like insane orders. But anyways, I can just tell you, and there's an awesome Zoom that if you struggle with that, like, please seriously let us know, because we will tag you in the Zoom, because you should go watch it. Like, you will be mind freaking blown on just how changing your wording can help you so much. Okay. So, and then the thing is let's talk about, auto ships really quick. I want you guys, to make sure that your auto ship can be products that you want to try. And I always tell people, I'm like, what goals do you have for yourself? Like, if you have goals for yourself, like, get the products that are going to help you with your goals. Like I said, again, think of the products that people keep asking you for samples for. Go put those in there. You know that you're going to sell them, and you're selling them at retail price. You're not selling them at the price that you're getting them, right? So do those. And then you guys, I usually make sure that I run mine. When I first started, I made sure to run mine in my first 2 weeks. Okay. Cause it helps you be commission qualified, which allows your rank to grow. So say you didn't run your auto ship till the 20th. Okay. Or like maybe the 25th of the month. You're not going to be commission qualified, right? And so the thing is even if you had 2 qualified legs with so you had 2 friends that had signed up, or maybe a sister and a friend, they each have 400, you're not going to necessarily promote to executive quite yet, even though you have everything you need to do, because you're not commission qualified yet. But then as soon as your auto ship would run on the 25th, then it would automatically say, hey, you're an executive, But the thing is that could have happened on the 15th of the month instead of you waiting till the 25th. So you want to run your auto ship. I always say if you can run it within the first couple weeks or maybe even after your payday with it works, then do that. I run mine usually on the 2nd or the 3rd. I have to give myself one leeway, one day after month end to like gather my thoughts. Otherwise I forget to change it. But that's kind of how I do it. So I want to like tell you guys that's the kind of mindset that you want going into that. So if you can move it to earlier in the month, you want to do that so that you're commission qualified. So all the volume coming in as your team is growing, it's reflecting as is right away in your eSuite. So it's not like this lag behind kind of thing, okay? Because if I didn't run mine, you guys, until the 25th of the month, even though I would technically be maintaining my ambassador by like the 6th day of the month, it would still just show distributor, because I'm not commission qualified yet. So it's not calculating everything. Okay, so hopefully that kind of makes sense. And then here's the thing, post ideas. Lisa and I have really been pulling in grabbing posts, and we have an album in rewiring. Like seriously, if that's what you're struggling with, like there's over 30 some ideas. So now you literally could post every single day, and we've like taken all excuses out of the way. So if somebody's like, I don't know what to post, I'd be like, oh, no, we have like a post idea up day for an entire month that you could get the hang of. But I want to tell you where post ideas are coming from. They are coming from products that you want to use. They're coming from products that you see awesome results from. They're coming from when you enroll people, when you get a win in the business, when you welcome a new team member, when people are earning shopping sprees. Like I shout out other people's wins and stories all the time. It's not just about my story on what I'm sharing on my posts. And then also like, what do you love using? What have you traded things out for? And then the thing is like, if you're like, I haven't really used that product or I don't know much about it, you guys, literally what we can say about the product is the definition or like the description that's on our website. So even when I started, we didn't even ask, I don't even know why, but I started with somebody that started like a week before me. Do you think that she knew everything about everything? She didn't. We learned together. So I would go formulate my own posts, but I would just go to my website. I would pull up wraps and I would say, what is it telling me about wraps? It tightens, tones, and firms. It decreases the appearance of cellulite. That's what I would post. Like, that's it. I would grab a few tidbits of that, and then I would pull in, like, what time of year is it? Is it by spring break? Is it, like, after the holidays? Are we coming into the summer? So, you guys, like, that information is just right on your website. Like, we're not taking anything. We're not product gurus or anything like that. It's just we've been to trainings. Maybe we've been on Zooms. Maybe we've been following product information, and then it's just going to that on your website. Like, that's all it is. So make sure that you're using the resources that you have, because you guys, there are so many. There are so many, and our team has offered so many. But again, like, you can only lead the horse to the water. You can't make them drink, right? And so that's really, as a business owner, you got to take responsibility and really get in there and be like, I'm going to use these types of things. We literally have like 3 minutes before the family call starts. So anyways, 6 list. This is what I do. I told you my first 3 that I always do. Growing your network has to be a daily thing. Friend people, follow people that you don't know. Be in groups like on Facebook. I follow like the pop-ups, whether it's Nordstrom or kids clothing or it's like hockey stuff going on. I go to see who likes that, and those are people that I follow. Those are people that I don't know that I follow. On Instagram, I use my Captivate app. Lisa did a training on that. It's super easy. I love it. And then you want to make sure posting, sharing stories, messaging, following up, huge, fortune in the follow-up. Self-development, one of the things that everybody struggles with is belief in themselves. And the way that you continue to grow belief in yourself is by pouring into yourself and having self-development. So you can do Pam's podcast. You can listen to Rachel Hollis in the morning. You can go see her post. Like, you guys, there's so much out there that you can be doing for that. And then maps. You guys have to have your stuff printed. If you do not have it printed, you are going to be all over the place and you're going to get frustrated. So just alleviate it. And if you don't have a printer, you pull that sucker up and you write it out on paper and pen. Like, boom, copy it. Like, it's okay that you don't have a printer. That's going to be on your goal when you go Ruby's. You go get yourself a printer. But that's the thing. Like, there's really no excuses. Like, you could literally draw it out right on here if you need to, okay? So you want to make sure that you have that. The end of the thing, the announcements that are still going, Wrap BOGO ends tonight. It's the last night for you to purchase your own Wrap BOGO. So if you've never used the wraps, like, dude, get them when it's BOGO. Get it when it's BOGO. And then also you would get a code for somebody to be able to join your team for half off. So that ends tonight. Rank up bonuses have been extended. I just want you to know, even if you feel far from that, you have no idea how long they're going to extend those. So I always say, do not build your business just for bonuses, but go for the residual income, and you will start claiming those bonuses. Trust me. Okay. You just keep that momentum going forward and you will get there. And then just like I talked to you guys about with loyal customers, it's the summer months coming up. Our 3-month program, if you feel scared about it, your potentials are going to be freaked out. If you come in and I'm like, no, it's super awesome. Like we talked about, like, this is what you want to do for the next 90 days. Just stay consistent with your coffee and your greens and your thermal fight or whatever it is. And just track your results for the next 90 days into June. Like when you say those things, that they don't even blink an eye. So you have to remember it's a lot in your wording and how you're approaching it. But I literally think our customer program is genius. They earn perk points back. I tell people that. I'm like, after your 3 months, you're actually going to have points to use toward free product of anything that you want. And then we also have the results challenge that's going on too. So there's that. The one thing that I wanted to say was when we talk about our 6 list, right? This is stuff that we do daily. We're showing up every single day. I just want to tell Melissa 1 second, and they're going to be a little bit late getting on the thing, so I'm okay with this. So Melissa, now you know for sure we can't be long-winded. But you guys, every single one of us has different life demands. And that's actually something I just really appreciate about anybody on our team. We're mostly women, but I'm just saying, like, we have a lot on our plate, and that never changes. It doesn't change if somebody's a stay-at-home mom. It doesn't change if they're a working mom. Like, everybody has different things. And so Melissa has she's just incredible. And you know what, you guys? It wasn't like Melissa didn't know just what to do. It wasn't just a natural thing. But the thing is, Melissa asks questions every freaking day. And you know what? She completed her steps to success, like this little thing that we're talking about right here, in less than a month time span. And it's like, she's finally found her little groove and she's killing it. And she's a single mom. She works full time. She has 2 little kids that are busy. So Melissa, you can unmute yourself. Hold on a hot second. I want to take myself off this spotlight somehow because I want to see your face. Where are you? Okay. Melissa, where are you? Show your face. I just want her to share. And then I may have one more person. Melissa, she gone? She may be dealing with her kiddos. I don't see her. Okay, Melissa, when you come back, I was going to have her just share how she's incorporating this business into her life, right? Because she's having to be very intentional with her time. And so I just wanted her to share that with you. And you guys are going to find so many incredible people on your team that they could have every excuse in the world and you never hear an excuse come out of their mouth. Like, I love those people. I appreciate them so much because I know in their mind it's a vision thing, and they're not looking for a reason for this not to work. They are finding every reason to make it work. And that I just relate to so much because that was me. We all could find every reason or a bajillion reasons as to why we could say this doesn't work. But it's the ones that don't want that, the ones that truly want to make this work and have what this business can offer, not the money, but like the freedom, the choices, that type of thing, that we're the ones that make it work. And I just am so proud of that because you do have to overcome those things. So, okay, I don't know why. Melissa might be putting her kiddos to bed. So I'm just going to let her do that for a second. But Lisa or Vanessa, let me see. Vanessa, are you still on here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so just tell them, Vanessa, you work full-time. You have 3 kiddos. Dan works odd hours, sometimes very, very long hours. Like, tell them where you're fitting in your non-negotiables, like what your day kind of looks like. Because you are extremely consistent.
Yeah, so I get up super early. Well, one, I chose to start because I do get to work. I have like a 40-hour-a-week job, but I do get to work from home. So I am kind of blessed in that aspect. However, it is very demanding when I'm working. So, but I do I get up early. And what I do, you guys, because I don't have time to create a lot of content, I don't have a lot of time to focus on the things like my posts. So what I do is the first thing in the morning is I make my coffee. Like that has been like in my stories. I make it and I actually play music to it. And then I add the before and afters and then a poll. You guys, that has been such a game changer for me because I do it anyway. I just record it. Okay. So I don't go out and I don't like create my own stories. I literally just videotape what I'm doing. Sometimes I don't even talk because I'm like half dead. So I sound like a man, you know, when your voice is super deep. So I record it, I put some music on, and then literally, you guys, I get people voting on my poll. And even though they don't buy like right that second, it's something for me to do later to follow up. So then like during my break is I do put a post up. I do one affirmation post in the morning though, just to kind of get something out there. Or I do like a coffee post like on really quickly though on Facebook, or it's an affirmation. And then I'm following up throughout the day through my stories. But then after I get off work, you guys, I literally, my kids get home, I get them a snack, I help with homework, but then I literally focus on messaging. That's the biggest thing, and growing my network. So that's what I do. And then I like have dinner with my kids. And then after they go to bed, I'm working again. So for me, that's what works for me. You know what I mean? So getting up early, using the short amount of time I have during my break, after when my kids are having a snack, homework and stuff, like I'm back at it. And then when I go to bed. So, but I have certain times that I do certain things, like I'll follow at night, you know, I'll do my messages. So it's really simple for me when I can do it within the cracks, but I still have dinner with my family, like, cause that's a non-negotiable for me too, you know? So, or my son's t-ball game. But like Sarah was saying, if you just plan ahead and like know your week and know your days and know what's going on, you know whether you need to work harder the day before. You know what I mean? So this way, the next day, if you're falling a little bit short, it's okay. You know what I mean? And then the next day, you just get right back up at it.
Yes. And I love that, you guys, because the truth is you do have to create a routine for yourself. If you're just going to do it when you think you're going to get time, you're going to get disappointed. And it's not because you can't do it or you're not good at it. It's just because it's getting pushed to the back burner. And truthfully, like, just ask yourself, like, do I want these goals to continue to get pushed out for the next year, or not to see them in 5 years still? Like, would I be okay with that? The truth is that most of you have higher standards for yourself than to be okay with that. And that's why you're here. That's why you started. But you just have to create a routine. Like, you guys, in the summer, we don't have a nanny. So like, I'm it. Same thing, like my kids are busy. Like I cannot be posting, texting, or doing those things when I'm driving, right? And I'm in a big city, so every place we go, it's not a 5-minute drive like it was where I grew up. It's like a 20, 25-minute drive here, there, wherever it is. So you guys, you know what? I do the same thing. I'm up early. I get those things done. You know, I have team that's up earlier than I am. And so it's nice. I can do that teamwork in the beginning and in the morning. Then the next thing is I'm planning some of my posts. I'm making some of my stories. I'm getting those going. And then from there, you guys, I'm doing stuff that we need to get done, you know, whether it's the house or whether it's things that are taxes or whatever it may be that we need to be doing. I go and do those things. And then I take a second again around lunchtime, right? You sit to eat. Like I will shoot some messages off super quick, or I'll respond to the polls. Like, know that you don't have to respond to the comments on your posts or on your polls right that second. You do not have to waste time hawking that thing. Like I did a poll yesterday. I still haven't even gotten to them, but I will get to them tonight. And I'm going to go to archives and pull it up and I'll see who voted. It's okay. Guess what? They were probably busy on a Saturday night too. Come Sunday, kids are in bed. They're going to be probably taking some time for themselves. So I'm not worried about that. Okay. So, and then Lisa, I don't know where Melissa went. I so wanted her to share, but we're going to get her because she's in the chat all the time anyways. But Lisa, you can even just share. I mean, you can share now, and you can even share the difference of when you were working full-time, even as a hairdresser.
Yeah. So you guys, when I started this business.
Oh, hold on, sister.
Can you hear me?
Okay, now I can hear you, and I just letted you. Okay, go.
Okay. So life now and life when I first started is completely different. But one thing that has never changed is that I've been busy since the first day of joining. You guys, I built to triple with 2 kids at home. So 2 kids running around. Obviously now they're both in school full time. So I have more of a schedule. And back then it was kind of just like, I took the time when I could. So sometimes it was like, while I was breastfeeding Olivia, I had my phone in the other hand, knocking out messages at 3 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes it was while we were at the park. Sometimes it was them, you know, running around the backyard and I had my phone. I was shooting off messages while they were doing their thing. Same thing. Sometimes it was during lunch. Sometimes it was while we were, and one thing too that Luis already knows, if we're driving somewhere, he's driving, because I can knock out so much stuff in a 20-minute drive. Like, unless he's had a beer, he's driving. That's just law in our family. Like, I can get so much stuff done, because then when we're at the restaurant, I don't have to be on my phone because I've already done so much driving to there. And now, obviously, my schedule is a lot different because I do have more time by myself to be able to get stuff done without feeling guilty, because you guys, I joined this business so I could be present. So I don't want my kids to remember mom was on her phone 24/7. You know what I mean? But I was also still able to build all the way to triple with 2 kiddos home full time. So it's just, and not, especially if you have little kids and especially if you work a full-time job, your day is not always going to look the same, and that's okay. Like, it is okay as long as you are filling out and completing and checking off the stuff that's on your 6 list. It doesn't matter when you do them. It doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter if one day you knock all of it out in the morning and the other day it takes you until midnight to get your last thing done. Like, it does not matter. The only thing that matters is getting it done. So fit it into your schedule any way that you can, because if you're in this business for years, you're going to go through life. You're going to go through so many different, you know, years where your schedule is just completely different, but you just got to make it work. You have to tell your time where to go. You have to.
Yes. And I love that, because it's funny, because when I was home and your kids are little and they have different needs, right? They're needy because they can't do much for themselves. But you guys, even being home more made it easier for me to work my business. Like, me having to be on the go, I really do have to tell my time where to go. Because come 2 o'clock, it's like I'm in the car from almost 2 to 7:30, you know? And so it's crazy, you guys, that life does just switch. So my work schedule compared to what I did when I was working full time is different, you know? And even you guys, there are going to be moments, especially month end and stuff, where your kids, you are going to work while your kids are awake. You know what I do? I set my kids up. We print off stuff. They're coloring. I'm helping them with certain things. Or even like I will set up homework. Like, I'm not going to walk Grady through every little thing for homework. So he might be doing homework, and I'm going to take that 20 minutes that he does homework. I'm still available to help with questions when he needs me, but I'm going to shoot off my follow-up messages. And I say those things. I say, hey, baby, while you're working on your homework, I'm right here to answer some questions. If you need help, I want to see what you can do. I'm going to check your homework afterwards, and mommy's going to be sitting right next to you, and I'm going to do a little bit of work too. You guys, I don't even say what I'm doing. My kids have never been like, oh my gosh, like mom's working. Like, they know what we're working for. And again, if you're going for a big promotion that's calling a lot of you for the month, or it is just a breakthrough for you as a person and as a business owner, like, I amp my kids up. I'm like, hey, guess how many people on our team are going for these bonuses? Remember when mommy got this? Like, when we get through with this month, if these things happen, we're going to go do something fun. Like, so whether it's a movie, sometimes it was just freaking ice cream. You guys, they're excited. Like, they're a part of it, you know? And so it's so funny, because a lot of the things is like, they are our biggest reason as to why we want more or why we want those things, but we cannot let them be our excuse. Like, it's okay for them to see you working. Like, my kids know while they were out playing hockey, I was preparing for this, and they're like, Mom, what time's your meeting? Who's going to be on your meeting? Like, they get it. But it's because I've always let them be a part of it, you know, and they don't get to see all of it, because I do get up early and I do stay up late and I work when it is. But you guys, the things don't take a long time if you stay focused and you actually do what you say you're going to do when you take those next 20 minutes. And if you feel like you're not very good at that, set timers on your phone. Like, that helped me more than anything. So I feel like those things help. I did see that the thing started. So you guys, you're going to see, I'm going to be done with the March chat. I'm going to start a brand new one. To be in that chat, you guys, we have to be hearing from you. Okay, so this is the thing. We have to be hearing from you. That chat is top runners chats. That's people who are actively building, that they should be hearing from. Your mentor should be hearing from you. You're asking questions, like you're doing those types of things. If we haven't heard much from people, we're not adding them to that. They still have rewiring, but to be in that group chat and to be doing those things, those are people that are ready to go. Like they are active. We are building together. They want that information. They're not annoyed by it. They're not any of those things. So we're going to be dwindling some of that down and doing a new one for April. So you guys will see that as soon as we hop off of the family call, and we are going to kick off the new month, and I will put in there exactly what we're giving away for this month to help you guys, for those of you that really want to utilize host to post, that we have something to get. Okay, so, and I think that I actually asked a lot of people, and they said that the giving away the coffee was like a huge, like people loved it, to get to be a part of that and to try it. So we'll put that in there too. So I love you guys. I'm so glad that we got to just sit and knock out so we know exactly where we're headed for the month. And don't be shy. Like that chat is for you guys, and we want to help as many people as we absolutely can. So have an awesome night. Go hop on the family call. Hopefully we didn't miss much, and let's seriously make it rain in April. Like I am so excited for all of you. Bye, friends.